What's up, you guys? I know there is a lot going on in the news right now, but one of my favorite ways to escape the pandemonium is by watching reality TV. And my favorite reality TV dating show is OWN's Ready to Love. However, I was disappointed this season to see that one of the women on the cast was portrayed as a perpetrator of colorism, and her words were taken completely out of context by another woman on the show, and it became a snowball that just got bigger and bigger. So much so that they actually sat down and had a serious conversation about colorism on the show. However, they left her out of that conversation, which I felt was intentional. So I wanted to have a sit-down talk with Denice and talk about her dating experiences and dealing with colorism, and also an episode of domestic violence that she mentioned that she experienced at the hands of a narcissistic man. So let's get into it. All right, you guys. So I am here with Denice.
Hello.
The star of Ready to Love on OWN. If you've been watching Ready to Love on OWN, then you know Denice is making a splash, okay? On OWN's Ready to Love. So Denice, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
For having me. No problem, girl. I'm always down to talk.
Okay, you like to spill tea then?
Girl, it might be some tea.
I think it might be some tea. So before we get started, I want you to tell us a little bit about you, like in your own words. Like, how would you describe yourself? How would you describe your dating experiences? Just a little bit about you in your words.
Okay, so well, in my words, Denice, of course, I'm from Houston. I was born in Louisiana. I'm a track head, sports head. My dad was in the military. I'm fun. I'm vibrant. I'm like your best auntie. I'm your best friend. I'm a lover, fighter. You know, I get down with it. I don't like to play no games. No, when it comes to the main thing with me, and I think what everyone is talking about is how abrasive I am, and how like
abrasive,
like how mean I am, or her attitude. It's just, I say it again, colorism is never my issue. It's bullshit.
So let's jump right into it then.
I'm just, because I don't know what
to tiptoe. So, okay, do you consider yourself abrasive? Do you feel like you are abrasive personally, or do you feel like that's a label that's put on you?
I feel like that's a label that has been put on me, but I can also see me being that because of where I come from and my experiences. You know,
so you don't
we're
mind.
very assertive out here.
Okay.
And if he was, 6'4", 280, you know what I mean? No.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm just saying, I'm a woman that knows what she wants, and I know how to speak. Yeah.
Sure. I feel like, this is my personal opinion, I feel like sometimes, and watching you on the show, I really want to talk to you because I feel like sometimes with dark-skinned women, whenever we're expressive, people take it as abrasive, even if it's not necessarily, abrasive. Like even if it wasn't given abrasively.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to know if you personally feel like you can be abrasive, or you feel like it's, a label that's given to you.
Well, yeah, again, I feel that's a label that has been given to me if you don't understand me. If you don't know where I come from, you don't know how I am and where I come from, you would come off thinking that. I'm not a timid little girl.
Right.
5'10", like I said, I mean, my heart is 5'10". My love is 5'10". So we're big and strong and tall, and out here in Texas, they say where everything's big, and that's just how it is.
Yes. Have you ever modeled? Speaking of being 5'10", have you ever modeled?
Yes, I have.
Okay, because I can tell you have that model physique. Yeah.
Yes. I was on BET Rip the Runway for about 5 years.
Oh, wow.
I have a one-page spread in the Essence magazine.
Okay.
A 3-page spread in the Source.
Okay.
So I've done some Dub magazine. I've done some stuff. They ain't trying to put it out there, but
put it out there because the people don't know. So go ahead and put it out
you're
there.
right. You're right. Absolutely. Yes, I am a model.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
So why didn't they introduce you as a model on the show?
I guess they wanted to know what my natural occupation was, like what I really do here in Texas. And I am a coach. I coach for a summer track team. I coach kids from 5 to 18 in a sport that people wouldn't think. They would say, oh, she's tall, pretty, slim. Girl, I did shot put, discus, javelin, and the hammer. Okay. So I'm teaching the kids that. And I went to Grambling on a 4-year scholarship for that. So I just came back and gave back to my community and doing that. So they wanted to highlight that, which is okay.
Okay, come on, HBCU. Come on.
You know, Grambling.
Yeah. So what brought you to reality TV? What made you want to do Ready to Love?
You know,
it sounds like a long story.
No, it's not. I have to take a deep breath because I'm a little shy.
Oh, okay.
But what brought me to doing reality is I'm spontaneous. I cannot lie, you know, and coming out of course, the topic of being in a domestic violence situation, I wanted to be fun. And I wanted to meet a guy that was fun. So I said, you know what? Let me just go here. They call. Let me, go ahead and just do it and just be open and be my authentic self to people who I've never met before, never seen a day in my life, and just be you. But so still don't take no smack,
Right. Because they will try you.
They did.
So do you feel like your authentic self is being showcased?
Just a little.
A little. Okay.
Just a little.
So let me ask you this. As a beautiful, dark-skinned woman, what has been your experience? Yes. Give it to him. Give it to him. Collarbone. Yes, you are beautiful. What has been your experience, like your dating experience? Have you experienced colorism? Because you brought up the topic of colorism on the show, and it was kind of like a hot topic. So I want to know first, what was your personal experience, if you have any, with colorism in dating?
I actually had, dating some guys. I've lived in New York. I lived in LA. Being from the South, sunbeams, and we are melanin down here.
Yes.
So
yes.
Going to another place who hasn't, let me say, embraced the melanin as much as down south has, they'll come up to me and be like, you know what? You're cute to be a dark skinned girl. And I'll be like, what? So what you saying? If I was light skinned, I'll be, cute? And so automatically as a dark skinned woman, and you can speak for yourself, we automatically are on defense because that's been our title for so long. Oh, you're cute for a dark skinned girl. She's dark skinned. You pretty, but I've had that in dating, and that just kind of turns me off. Like they'll say it in like a joking way, and then they'll just turn me off and be like, well, no, you'll just settle for me. I'm not what you really would want. So
cool. we don't do no settling.
I don't want you to just settle for me. I want you to desire me.
Yeah, and speaking of desire, I wanted to ask you this too, because I've also had the experience where people, they explicitly want to be with a dark-skinned woman. They love it. Have you had that experience too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are the men that will love you for life. The ones who desire you. They will. They'll love you for life because that's their thing. That's their fetish. That's so what they love to smell in the morning.
Dark skin. Do you feel like you've ever been fetishized?
As far as what? Me being someone famous to you?
Yeah, just in general. Yeah. Like in any way. Do you feel like you've ever been fetishized?
Yeah. I've had some guys tell me, I would just dream of just having you for one day.
What? One day? Okay.
One day, because they probably live in like Albuquerque, New Mexico, and can never see me, and just be like, oh, just if I can just see you and have you for just one day. And I'm like, baby, because I'm a lifetime.
Okay, come on. Come on. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
So one of the
Yeah.
reasons I wanted to have you on my platform and talk about your experiences in dating, and specifically your experiences in colorism in dating, is because I feel like Tommy, the host of the show, Tommy.
I call him cousin Tommy. I just feel weird calling him nephew Tommy. You know?
Yeah, I guess we can't call him nephew Tommy, but I feel like he kind of shut down the conversation around colorism on the show. He was like, "I'm tired of talking about it." You know, I guess he identifies as light skinned. He said, "I'm a light skinned man. You know, I'm a member of a fraternity too, and the colorism issue is getting old." And I kind of wanted to talk about that because to be honest with you, it came across weird for him. First of all, him saying, you know, that he identifies as light skinned, you know, looked a little weird. And then him saying that he's tired of talking about it. It's kind of like with men. I feel like men, like dark skinned men, like people in America, not other societies. I don't know about other societies, but in America, like the United States, they associate dark skin with masculinity. So I almost feel like, as a man, a dark-skinned man, I almost feel like it's a different experience compared to a dark-skinned woman. And so for a man, you know, who identifies as light-skinned, to say that he's tired of talking about it kind of like struck me as odd. And I wanted to know your thoughts on him saying that he's tired of talking about colorism.
Well, what I think Tommy meant by he's tired of it, he's tired of the topic and that being an issue in things in people dating. And I want to make a statement on colorism between, you know, the dark skin with men and women. I think in this society today, the reason why dark skin is not so much as a big topic is because in society, they see the dark skinned man as inferior, right? Higher than. So that's who they fear.
Yes.
So when they fear that, they're going to just try to sway it away. But when it comes to a dark skinned woman, we are less than, we are weak, we are too strong, we are this, we're all these things to tear down because y'all see us as weak. I'm doing the opposite of what society has said, you know, and what I think what Tommy was trying to say is, you know, he's tired of that being an issue, and why can't it just be recognizing of what it is? And I want to clear something up. You know, I never said, if you've seen the tape, if you know, seen the show, I never said Rashid is a narcissist.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I never said Rashid is a narcissist. I said he gives me, I said Rashid gives me a narcissistic vibe. He gives me a different energy or something. Because guess what? When men are doing too much and they going in there and it's like, all right, I'm gonna do good, I'm gonna do this or whatever. They may come off like a narcissist means, hey, you doing too much. Like, just chill out, just be yourself. Yeah. So that's why I never treated Rashid any different. You see what I'm saying? I never treated him any different because I get it. We are going to make a mistake. We're going to not say all the right things at one time, but let's clear it up like an adult, you know?
And I'm glad
you want to clear that up.
And I'm gonna finish clearing it up. Okay, we're gonna clean that thing whole up.
Okay.
Because I feel like there was a whole little pawn in the situation.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you want to clear that up, because if you watch the show, the audio, and I know sometimes with reality TV, the audio is pieced together, but it sounds like in the audio, it wasn't like you were saying, oh, he's a narcissist, you know, I'm done with Rashid, because there's an audio clip where it sounds like you're saying, you know, who else you want to go out on a date with. And it sounds like you mentioned Rashid and you were kind of like, just to see, you know, what's going on.
I wanted to see, I said, maybe we should go out on a date so I can know more.
Yeah,
that's just what I said.
Yeah, girl, because you never know. Yes. So, yeah, okay. I'm glad you confirmed that. So it wasn't pieced together. You did say that you wanted to go out on another date with him just to see what's going on. Okay.
Because if you know, I said when I approached Rashid, when you seen the clip, I approached him and I said, let's get this, because I don't want you going off of what other people have told you and you haven't talked to me myself.
Right.
And I said that, and then the part when I grinned, I said a little flirt, or like, well, now will we go out on a date? Like I flirted a little bit.
Yeah.
I give the benefit of the doubt. That might have been my mistake. Denice,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I take that.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified that. I feel like sometimes get involved in conversations that were not pertaining to them, sometimes things get cloudy. Okay.
Exactly.
And I
That's
feel like
exactly what happened.
as women, we got to be careful not to let men use us. You know what I mean? Don't let them
Man,
use
pay
you,
attention to
girl.
those signs. You have
Yeah.
to pay attention, honey.
Yes, yes, thank you. So, okay, you mentioned that you felt like he might have signs of narcissism. What do you feel like are the signs or are the traits of narcissism?
Going back to just my own healing and my own understanding and my own studies and examples and living life and,
Yeah.
you know, knowing different people, there are different signs and there's different traits in the beginning of being a narcissist. You have to pay
Okay.
attention to the red flags before it goes boom.
So tell us your experience with dating a narcissist and you know, your thoughts on that.
Okay, so obviously we already know that I'm a domestic violence survivor, I guess.
We know a little bit.
Okay, so I'm a domestic violence survivor. I
Hmm.
dated a narcissist, and I
Okay.
dated someone. Wasn't even that long. It was like 6 months, girl.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I just seen all the signs, and before I was able to escape,
Mm-hmm.
this happened. And you
Mm-hmm.
just have to pay attention. Some of the signs of narcissism is always making you feel less than. You're never
Okay.
good enough. Why you doing it before them? They want to be in control of what you're doing. They'll be sarcastic. That,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so sarcastic. It starts with sarcastic jokes.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean? And
like
that's
the
just
shallow end. Yeah.
yeah. And when it becomes heavy and you start to have a voice and defend yourself, you'll start seeing it more because now they're
Mm.
not able to be who they want to be.
Mm.
And then they'll say, see what I did for you? See what I did for your birthday? That means
Mm-hmm.
now you owe them.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like certain things like that. Well, within the guy that I was seeing, those are
Mm-hmm.
certain traits. And
And
they
so
go ahead.
what happened? I just want to ask you what happened. Like, what do you want to share? What happened? Because I don't, at least so far, it's like they showed us a little bit that, they showed us a clip of you saying you were missing for 4 days, but I didn't see the backstory. Like, what happened?
So what happened was is that these were signs that that were all. It was just a clash in the personality and the character.
Yeah.
One day I went out to a MTV Award after party show. We was engaging. I knew some folks that was there prior to me even knowing him. They happened to be celebrities or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and just the attitude. And then we left, got back in the car, and he said something. And then, me, I don't have to take this. I'm gonna get out.
Right.
So I got out, and he had his stuff in my purse. But to a
Mm-hmm.
woman, you're not going to reach over us. You're not going to, if we're arguing, the one thing you don't do is prowl over us or pressure us or do whatever trying to reach. So no, I'm going to wait till you gather yourself and I'm going to get my purse myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward that wasn't good enough. He kept going that. And so I pushed him off of me. And then he turned around and choked me for about 2.5 minutes. I passed out. And
Mm.
I passed out and I woke up to people like, Denice, wake up, wake up. And yeah. So in California, the law is if they didn't see you, both of you have to go. So because he lied and said that I hit him first, it was only for me defending myself.
I pushed
They
him
took
off.
us, pushed him off, and they both took us to jail. And I didn't have anything. And but right when I passed out, he left. He left me there, like he left me for dead, like he left.
Were y'all in the car
Saying
or outside of the
we
car?
was outside. Remember, we was leaving out the car. I got out the car and I walked around so I can just go
Oh,
get a cab.
okay. You got
And then
out.
that's
Arguing. Okay.
yeah. And then that's when I got out. And he came around, like I said, choked me out, and then left me there. And all I could hear was him say, you don't know how much stuff I did for this girl. You'll never know what I did for her. You know what I mean? Like, that's a narcissist.
Right.
He's justifying why he is a possible woman beater, serial killer, because that's exactly what it is. If you'll choke me out and leave me for dead, you're a possible serial killer.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it,
Yeah.
So,
and it's okay to say it. I feel like sometimes, people try to stifle women, but it is okay to say it.
You have to look at the logic in it and take the emotional out. Because if you would do this, just imagine if somebody did something different, where you can go. So you are a possible serial killer if you don't get what you want, right? So, in the end, they took us to jail because he lied. And then I was in there. Girl, I lost weight. I had a cute little dress on, white dress, all that. And I'm in there and I'm like, this is not my life.
So when you say you were missing for 4 days, you were in jail.
I was in jail. I was missing. Like, I was gone. Nobody knew where I was. My phone was gone. Nobody knew nothing. So yeah, ladies, when you see these signs of them telling you are never good enough, and look what I did for you, nobody's gonna love you like I love you, those key words are leading up to physical narcissism traits, like being physical. So then right in that moment, get out of there. So I didn't have after we got out, I left. Girl, I was not saying.
Good. No looking back. And I wanna stress that to leave. Like when you see those signs, you know what I mean? When you're having those type of experiences with a man, girl, go. Like
just
leave.
That's it.
Yes. Grab your bags and go. Just leave. Leave him alone. Because what I've learned about narcissists is that you cannot fix them. And with women, I know sometimes we want to fix people, we want to make people better, but you cannot fix them. Don't even try to fix a man. Don't try to change a man.
They will always make you feel like the reason why they did what they did is because of you. Well, you did this. Well, because you did this, and that. That's a sign of narcissism.
What have your dating experiences been since then, since you had that experience?
Well, since I dived in the pool, honey, I got about 100 people talking about, can you come dive in my pool, please? I just
okay.
Baby, they want me to dive.
Yes, dive in. I think that's a song. Dive in. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. So I've been getting a lot of that.
Yeah.
Wanted to see my body, just dive in the pool. Can I wear their bathing suits and all that?
Okay. So are you doing more modeling now since then? Since you've, appeared on Ready to Love?
Well, I'm starting to actually. I have what we talked about in a little bit.
Okay.
So it's starting. Okay,
well, go ahead. Is it something you want to share?
Oh no, it's just a photo shoot for headshots.
Oh, okay.
And, it's just in the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you saying you had to do a photo shoot after this interview.
Yeah. I also want to mention, what they didn't mention is that I also work with a residential development company where we build your home at 100% principal. It's called U.S. American Custom Builder. So if you go to them, if anybody goes to them, tell them Denice sent you. And they'll make sure that you get in a home. We all know that I'm a coach. I want you guys to stay tuned for the Dragons this summer. We're a summer track team in the Houston area. Okay. Yes, we are thriving. Our kids are soaring. Oh, it's amazing. Also, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Denice. Well, on Facebook is Denice Noir, DENICE NOIR. And on Instagram, it's DNICE_NOIR_08. And stay tuned. Everybody love that I got all these sayings and everything. So I'll be coming up with my new t-shirt line come Friday. So be looking out for that. And I am also a content creator. So I'll be having a new TV show coming out soon. And your girl trying to push and get a spin-off, okay? So trying to not give it to him straight shot, no chaser, So I'm just here, modeling, acting. Anybody got something open, holla at me.
Yes, holla at your girl.
Everybody keeps talking about these Aunt Viv, and I gotta go and practice this dance.
I do see a resemblance between you
nephew
and
Tommy. Yeah.
Girl, I ain't messing with nephew Tommy. I am not messing with him. But I do see a resemblance between you and Janet Hubert. Yeah. So did you have any thoughts when you saw her reconcile with Will Smith? Did you have any thoughts about that?
I loved it. And I understand where she's coming from, because when you throw those things out there, I'm assuming back, when they were hot, that was a challenge.
Yeah.
And she's dark skinned and she's a strong, dominant woman. If you say she had an attitude, hey, I'm not the only one to work with her. So it does mess it up. But then I understand Will was young. He didn't know probably at that time. And the good thing is that they can come together as, older and just forget it.
Yeah.
Clear the hatches.
Yeah.
And all
let
that.
The past be the past.
Yes, let the past be the past.
I hope he gives her a role, though, because she said what he said about her impacted her career. And so that's finances. So I hope that he not only give her this public apology, but I hope, with his production company and everything, I would like to see him give her a role. You know what I mean?
For sure. Sure.
Well, thank you so much for coming on LAILAHLYNNTV and to share your experiences. Yay. We're both wearing brown today, girls.
I know, girl.
Brown is the popping color for the fall.
It is.
Yeah, I know, girl. I know.
I got this color from Issa Rae. She wears a lot of brown.
She does. She does. And I do see a resemblance. Yeah.
Girl, I thank you so much. You're doing such an amazing job. I salute to you. You are a true girl that rocks. A true black girl that rocks.
Thank you.
Problem.
All right, girl. So we're going to be following you. We are going to be keeping
Okay. For sure. Thank you so much.